Hey guys, so I'm out here in the veggie patch and I am harvesting my butternut pumpkins today. So I've had these growing for ages now. I did buy them as little seedlings from Bunnings and popped them in here. I think I popped in maybe 4 seedlings and they are just growing strong. This vine has done amazingly. My other pumpkin vines succumbed to powdery mildew, so that wasn't great. But these ones, look at that. They look fantastic. Just there is a bit of powdery mildew. That is actually a rock melon. So not the butternuts at all. I have harvested one of the butternuts, maybe 2, and made a pumpkin soup with it a couple of weeks ago. It was delicious. But what I want to do is just harvest the rest of it and clean up this area of the patch. I've got a few more brassicas that I want to plant, some more broccoli, I think another cauliflower. Oh, I ordered a Brussels sprout. Oh, I picked up from Bunnings a seedling of Brussels sprouts. Not because I particularly love Brussels sprouts, but because they look amazing as they grow and I just really want to experience that. Anyway, I'm off track. Harvesting butternut pumpkins. So all I'm going to do is chop all of this up, clean up the vines, and then see what we end up with. So let's get started. Ideally with butternuts, we wait until the vines die back, or at least until they die off at the stem here. But I'm ready to harvest this patch, so I'm not waiting until a full die off. I'm looking for a butternut that looks really nice like this, beautiful, nice tan color. If I try and press down with my thumbnail, you can see that's where my thumbnail pressed down. It leaves a tiny mark, but it's not breaking through the skin. That means my skin's nice and tough, and I've probably got a really nice harvest in here. So I'm gonna get my secateurs, and I want to leave some of the stalk on this butternut. So you can see the stalks coming out just here. Get out of my way. Coming out just down here. I wanna bring it up as high as I can go and just snap that. Then I have one nice butternut squash or butternut pumpkin. Now the reason I've left the stalk on is because it actually preserves, it keeps a lot better if the stalk's on. I think that if we take that off, maybe water or more oxygen, something egresses into the pumpkin. We don't want that. So this is a really nice example of a butternut. There's heaps in here, guys. So I am just gonna get after it and we'll see how many I end up with at the end. Here's a great example of something to look for. This pumpkin had actually fallen off the vine. I didn't have to cut that off, and you can see that there's some damage to the skin here. Now that damage isn't a cut, like it doesn't go in, so it will still be okay to eat, but it won't keep well. So I'm going to put that in the harvest pile, but I will make sure I eat it nice and quickly. Here's an interesting one as well. Now this looks like it's been cut by something. If I didn't know better, I'd think that the whippersnipper had come through here and slashed it, but I know that that didn't happen because you can see all the grass and weeds growing. This one has just kind of grown like this. Maybe an animal got to it. You can see though that there's no like mold growing. It doesn't look nasty. It doesn't look like this one, for example, that's clearly been devoured. So I actually think that this would be okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick it, I'm gonna take it into the kitchen, give it a go. I mean, what's the worst that can happen is I open it up and it's bad. Who cares? Definitely won't keep well though. That even though that sort of skin there has roughed up and hardened nicely, this will not preserve nicely. So I will give it a go. If it's good, great. If it's not, no harm, no foul. I found heaps of these teeny tiny little cute ones. Like, they're not even the size of my face. I think that these are absolutely adorable. Now, they are a fully formed butternut pumpkin. I mean, if I kept them on the vine, if I kept it growing, it might get bigger. But I'm harvesting today. Something this size will still be fine to eat. I can, of course, cut it open, cook it, make something with it. You could also use something like this for decorating. I think that that would be really cute if you're into that. So just thought that they're really cute. I've got like half a dozen of them of this size. But my gorilla cart is filling up and I'm not even halfway through, so I'm gonna just keep going. Well, note to self, 4 butternut pumpkin seedlings is probably enough. Some of these are huge, really big pumpkins. Others are the teeny tiny little ones that I showed you before. And in the patch, there's one that is, it's about there, I don't think you can see it very well. There's one in there that is half cut open and eaten. So not like the half one that I showed you, kind of cut over, but it had healed. This is one that's got a split and there's bugs getting into it. So that just stays there. As I clean this up, that'll go in the bin or the compost pile or whatever. Other than that, in here are some teeny tiny little greenies. So just there, if I left it here, it would probably continue to ripen. But we are coming into autumn and winter. The temperature is starting to cool down. And as the temperature cools down, things just don't ripen as well. And just ready to clean the patch up. So nice big gorilla cart full. If anybody wants pumpkins, please tell me so that you can take some pumpkins off my hands. I'm just going to pick up all of this debris now, put it in the garbage bin or the green waste bin. I don't think I'm going to put this in my compost bin. There doesn't look like really bad powdery mildew, but there's definitely some dead vines and I don't want to perpetrate that. So if you've got any disease or anything like that, it's best not to put your green waste into your compost bin. So I'm going to put all of this in the green waste bin, and that's okay. It's still going to go to green waste and not landfill. Then I can just rake this up, and this whole area then will be ready for planting more brassicas, which I'm excited about. I've got a couple more of them over in the greenhouse. Really happy with that harvest. Really happy with how the butternuts went. And I think I'll be eating a lot of pumpkin over winter. All of the Queensland Blues, the small sugars, I've preserved all of them. I'm eating spaghetti squash like it's going out of style. And yeah, I'm never going to get through that many pumpkins. Anyway, that's me for today. Bye guys.